that every contingency was planned for. It doesn't seem as if hardly any contingencies were planned for. What would you say to Secretary Panetta and all those who thought the Biden administration was caught flat-footed?
Well, what I can say, Joe, is that we've been planning for non-combatant evacuation operations since as far back as May, right after the president made his announcement that he was going to withdraw all our troops back in April. In fact, we held a big drill here at the Pentagon downstairs in the Joint Operations Center with the entire interagency to walk through what the retrograde was going to look like, the withdrawal, as well as including the possibility for these kinds of evacuation operations. And just as recently as 2 weeks ago, we held a tabletop exercise here at the Pentagon to walk through what it would look like to do exactly what we're doing now, which is a non-combatant evacuation operation from Hamid Karzai International Airport. Now look, we plan for almost every contingency here at the Pentagon, but as an old military maxim says, no plan survives first contact. So obviously we had to adjust in the moment, and it would have been difficult to predict for the level of mayhem and chaos that we saw there. We're mindful that, of the images, the graphic nature of them. Certainly nobody wanted to see it result like it did over the last 24 hours, but now we have more forces on the ground, and we have begun to secure the field, the tarmac. Certainly the north side of the airport is back up and running again with military aircraft, and security seems to be better at the southern side, although we're going to be working on that throughout the day. So look, we plan for a lot of contingencies, but no plan is ever perfect, and no plan can be perfectly predictive in terms of what friction, what unknown aspects and factors you're going to deal with on the backside.
Admiral Kirby, good morning. It's Willie Geist. A lot of people have taken issue with that idea that the Pentagon planned for all contingencies. Is something that President Biden said yesterday in his remarks from the White House. When you look at those scenes yesterday, planning for that contingency to most people would have looked like getting our allies, getting those interpreters out before, say, we left Bagram Air Base a couple of months ago, before the American troops left. Should we not have secured all those people who helped America over the last 20 years before our troops left?
We were working on this issue of special immigrant visas with the State Department from a very early part of the spring. As you know, that is a process that can be fairly lengthy, but we've been working with the State Department. We stood up a task force here at the Pentagon in early July to help feed into the State Department's processes. This is something that we've been focused on at the Pentagon for a while, but it is, there are a lot of them, and there's a vetting process that has to occur. As I said, we are working really hard now to make sure we can get as many of them out as we can. We've already taken out of the country more than 2,000. Some of those have been placed here at Fort Lee in Virginia. Others are going straight in to relocation centers around the country. To non-governmental organizations are helping them place them in the country.
I guess the question people have is why not take care of that and secure all these people and ensure their safety before American troops left, even if it meant keeping that small footprint of American troops there for a little bit longer?
Well, look, the small footprint that we had, as you know, Willie, was due to be out by May 1st. And if we didn't get it out by May 1st, the Taliban made it clear that they were going to start attacking our troops. So the choice for the commander-in-chief was either I plus up the troops because they're going to come under fire, so we have to do an increase, or we observe the agreement and get out. And what we got to do was get out, but on an extended timeline, and we had to do that quickly. And we back to your question on speed was safety here. We had to move our troops out as fast as possible because we had to assume that this drawdown was going to be contested by the Taliban at any given moment.
Admiral,